Do you want to try working abroad, gain amazing life experience and see more than what the typical tourist sees? Then experiencing New Zealand on a working holiday visa is the way to go. In this video, we'll go through everything you need to know about the New Zealand working holiday visa, coming right up.
We're Robin and Laura, the team behind BackpackerGuide.NZ, helping you plan an epic trip in New Zealand.
The New Zealand working holiday visa allows young people aged between 18 to 35 years old to work and travel in New Zealand for up to 6, 12 or even sometimes 23 months depending on the country you are from. In this video, we're going to go through everything about the working holiday visa for New Zealand, including what are the requirements, when to apply for the working holiday visa, what you need to prepare to apply, how to apply for the New Zealand working holiday visa, how to check if your application has been approved, that's an important one, what the visa actually looks like, what to do when you arrive in New Zealand on the working holiday visa, and finally, how to extend your working holiday visa.
Before we jump into the video, we publish new videos about New Zealand several times a week. So if you're serious about visiting New Zealand, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out.
Okay, let's get into it. First things first, let's go over the New Zealand working holiday visa requirements.
The New Zealand working holiday visa is not open to everyone. There are a set of requirements that you need to meet to make you eligible to apply for the working holiday visa. These requirements are different for every nationality, so make sure that you check your country's criteria on the Immigration New Zealand website, which we'll link to in the description. To get all the up-to-date requirements you will need to meet. However, we'll talk about 8 main requirements that most nationalities have to meet.
Number 1. You need to have a passport from one of the New Zealand working holiday visa participating countries. Currently, there are 45 different countries which are eligible for the working holiday visa scheme. However, there are new countries added all the time, so make sure that you check on the New Zealand immigration website to see if your country has just been added. Right now, the countries that are eligible are Argentina, Austria, Belgium, Brazil, Canada, Chile, China, Croatia, Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Hungary, Hong Kong, Ireland, Israel, Italy, Japan, Korea, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malaysia, Malta, Mexico, Netherlands, Norway, Peru, Philippines, Poland, Portugal, Singapore, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, Sweden, Thailand, Turkey, United Kingdom, USA, Uruguay and Vietnam. And on top of that, your passport needs to be valid for at least 3 months after the date that you intend to leave New Zealand.
Number 2, you need to be 18 to 35 years old. Most of the working holiday schemes are for those aged 18 to 30 years old, but there are some countries with an upper age limit of 35, including Argentina, Canada, Chile, Czech, Finland, Hungary, Slovakia and Uruguay.
Number 3, you need to be coming to New Zealand primarily to holiday. Your main intention in New Zealand needs to be that you are traveling rather than coming to New Zealand just to work. Working and studying should be secondary intention. This rule is enforced by working holiday makers being prohibited from accepting a permanent job.
4, you need to have a minimum of 4,200 New Zealand dollars and an outward travel ticket or funds to purchase one. For most countries, 4,200 is the minimum amount of available funds you need to have in order to support yourself while in New Zealand. Although this is just a requirement for the working holiday visa, we recommend having a bit more available funds for the start of your trip. Take a look at how much money do you need for a working holiday in New Zealand, linked up in the description for more details. On top of that, you will need to either have an outward travel ticket or sufficient funds to purchase one. There is no set amount of money for this, as it depends on where you claim to be travelling to next or what country you are from, but 1,000 New Zealand dollars is a safe amount.
Number 5, you need to meet the basic health and character requirements. These will be assessed via answering to a few questions when applying online to the application. There are very simple questions about your medical history and your criminal record.
Number 6, you are not bringing a child with you. You cannot bring children along with you on the working holiday visa. If you are travelling with a partner, they will need to apply for their own visa.
And number 7, you need to have a travel insurance for the duration of your stay in New Zealand. You will need a comprehensive travel and medical insurance. Check out a full guide on medical and travel insurance for New Zealand linked up in the description below.
And finally, number 8, you will have not been approved for a working holiday in New Zealand before. You can only do a working holiday in New Zealand once. Next, let's talk about when you can apply for the New Zealand Working Holiday Visa.
Once you have checked that you are eligible for the New Zealand Working Holiday Visa, you need to see when your country's working holiday scheme actually opens.
Some countries have an unlimited amount of working holiday visas, meaning you can apply at any time of the year. However, some other countries have a quota, meaning they only have a set amount of working holiday visas available per year. Quotas open at different times of the year for different countries, and the quota fills up super quickly, so you need to apply as soon as the quota opens in order to get the best chance of your application being processed.
The Immigration New Zealand website will release the date that you can apply for your working holiday visa 1 or 2 months prior to the quota's opening. However, workingholidayNewzealand.com is a good resource for checking quota opening dates and the previous year's opening dates with their quotas. There is a lot of quota report on the website, which is quite easy to use, and we'll link up to that website in the description below.
If you're wondering when your working holiday visa is valid, the answer is you can travel to New Zealand on your working holiday visa within a year after you have received the acceptance email from Immigration New Zealand saying your visa has been approved. The 6, 12 or 23-month duration of your visa doesn't take effect until the date you arrive in New Zealand.
Next up, how can you prepare yourself to apply for the New Zealand Working Holiday Visa?
The Working Holiday Visa for New Zealand can only be applied for online at the Immigration New Zealand website. Before you lodge an application for a New Zealand Working Holiday Visa or before your quota opens, there are a few things you can do to make the application run as quickly and smoothly as possible.
You need the following to apply for your visa. You need a computer. We recommend that because it's much faster and reliable to use than the phone. You also need a really good internet connection. You need a Visa or MasterCard, which doesn't have to be yours, it can be your parents'. You need your passport. You need another form of ID like your driver license. You need a medical and X-ray chest certificate. But that's only if you apply for the 23-month one, and there is more information about that in the description below. And to register on the Immigration New Zealand website, check out the link of the BackpackerGuide.NZ article in the description below, where you can follow a complete walkthrough on how to register.
The next step is applying for the Working Holiday Visa.
As soon as the quota opens, it's time to log in into the Immigration New Zealand website and start applying. Or, if you're from a country without a quota where you can apply at literally any time, we give an example of when it is a good time to apply for the Working Holiday Visa in our video on how to plan a Working Holiday Visa, which we link them to in the card above and the description below.
The online application is incredibly simple, but still allows about 40 minutes to fill out the form. There are 4 sections to complete, which are the personal section, where you'll need to complete your personal details and identification, and the occupation details is optional. The health section is a few yes and no questions about your health. The character section is also an easy yes or no format, and the working holiday specific section is where you're asked questions like your intended travel date, which is for survey purposes only, so there's no need to have it 100% right.
For a complete step-by-step guide with screenshots of the Working Holiday Visa application so you know exactly what to expect, check out our New Zealand Working Holiday Visa application walkthrough linked up to in the description below.
At the end of the application, you will need to pay a fee, which is usually around 208 New Zealand dollars, or free if you're from the US or Finland.
We think. And now, how to check if your Working Holiday Visa has been approved.
After you have applied for your Working Holiday Visa online, you should receive an email from Immigration New Zealand within 14 days of completing the application, often much less.
Although you can log into your Immigration New Zealand account at any time once you have made your application online, there is not really much of reason to do without first receiving an email from Immigration New Zealand saying that a decision has been made on your visa application. However, if you literally can't wait, check out how to check if your Working Holiday Visa has been approved, linked up to in the description below. We have all the instruction on how to check the status of your application through the Immigration New Zealand website and what every different status actually means.
So what does the Working Holiday Visa look like?
Your New Zealand Working Holiday Visa is an e-visa, meaning that you don't have a sticker or paperwork to show at the New Zealand border. New Zealand Passport Control will see your e-visa electronically when they scan your passport. However, you can still view, download and print your e-visa on the Immigration New Zealand website.
Once you have been approved for the Working Holiday Visa, log into the Working Holiday Schemes Online homepage on the Immigration New Zealand website. And from there, simply click the View e-Visa to get a PDF version of your Working Holiday Visa. It looks like this, which isn't exactly sexy, but you might want to print it out and take it to New Zealand just for peace of mind or in case you lose your passport.
You can see another example copy of the visa on the BackpackerGuide.NZ article, What does a working holiday visa look like, which of course we'll link up to in the description below for you guys.
Now, let's talk about arriving in New Zealand with a working holiday visa.
Arriving in New Zealand on a working holiday visa is not much different to arriving as a visitor. You will still go through the passport controls, customs and biosecurity processes that everyone goes through when arriving in the country. We outline all of these processes in our Arriving in a New Zealand Airport video, which we link up to in the card and the description below.
However, we do advise that you bring supporting evidence to show that you meet the requirements of your working holiday visa. This includes evidence of sufficient funds, such as a printed bank statement showing that you have at least 4,200 New Zealand dollars, evidence of an outward travel ticket or sufficient funds to purchase one, such as your return flight ticket, receipt for one, or an added $1,000 to your bank statement to show you have funds to purchase a ticket. And evidence of travel insurance, such as printed copy of your policy certificate.
It's unlikely that you will be asked to provide this paperwork, however, you'll be happy that you did for those times that they perform random checks.
Finally, how do you extend your working holiday visa?
If you find that you are enjoying New Zealand way too much that you want to stay longer, it is possible to extend your working holiday visa either for a further 3 or 11 months. These applications are papers applications and then you need to drop them off or post it to an Immigration New Zealand office.
UK and Canadian passport holders can extend their working holiday visas for a further 11 months, making their working holiday visa valid for a total of 23 months. Conditions are similar to that of the original working holiday visa, except UK passport holders can only work 12 out of the 23 months, and both Brits and Canadians will need to complete an immigration medical and chest x-ray. We have guides about both of those applications, which we'll link to in the description.
Other working holiday makers can apply to extend their working holiday visa by 3 months under one major condition. You need to have evidence that you have worked in the horticulture or viticulture industry for at least a total of 3 months. Not necessarily full-time work, but at least part-time on a regular basis. This position must be planting, picking, maintaining, harvesting and packing crops. Evidence could be a pay slip or letter from your employer, and check out our list of jobs that qualify to extend a working holiday visa in New Zealand linked up to in the description below. You guessed it, it's going to be a really useful one. This guide is really helpful for anyone applying for a working holiday visa that may want to consider staying in New Zealand for a little bit longer, so make sure to check it out. So that's it for this huge guide of the New Zealand working holiday visa. The next thing you need to do for planning your working holiday in New Zealand is to figure out where you want to visit in New Zealand. You can find heaps of inspiration on our New Zealand blog series, New Zealand's Biggest Gap Year, where we challenged ourselves to do 365 activities in New Zealand in only 365 days. Plus, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button on any of our videos to make sure that you get heaps of tips about traveling in New Zealand. We post so many videos to help you guys.
Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, travel awesome!